good, everybody? Welcome back to the elevator testing facility, or as we like to call it, ET, because, well, that's the original name before it was changed to elevator testing. We are here right outside of the Central Park and Fairfield Avenue train station, which obviously these two random green and blue line trains were. But we're going to ride the elevators here. We're going to ride all the parking elevators. We're going to get on the train and go over to the other elevators too. As you can see, the first one is a ThyssenKrupp. We're going to go down to parking level 9. Weird labeling. Weird labeling. Door close does not work until you push the button. Here we go. Stopping at P3. And there's nobody here. Door closed button randomly lights up. Here we go. This is the only elevator that has not been remodeled as recent. We're going to go up to T, which is bridge for some reason, but it really should be called tunnel. Above ground tunnel. We're stopping at P3 again. Weird. There it goes. Here you are at T, or tunnel. It says 2 for some reason up here. Oh, 12. Alright, we're going to go back down to G. Oh, I pushed 2 buttons at once. Alright, here we go down to G. The door does slam before closing. Here we are at the ground level. Now we're going to get off this elevator and ride these two, which these ones are interesting. You'll see for yourself in a second. These two are Schindlers, unlike that one over there, which is a ThyssenKrupp. We're going to ride these elevators. Looks like... Which one is it going to be? This one. It's this one. These were recently redone, so now the buttons are actually accurate, and the same with everything else in between. It's also been fairly abused since last time I was here. P9. Here we go. P9. Let's go up to T, tunnel. Here we go. Tunnel. Above ground tunnel. Let's go back down to G. No chimes. Here we go back down. We're going to send this one down a couple of floors and we're going to go ride the other elevator. I'm going to send that one down to P3 and get the other one, which apparently is at P9 for some reason. There goes that one. Here comes this one. Here it is. This one's in a little bit better shape. 59. Door operator is a little different on this one too. Here we go. Floor passing chime to get on this one. The other one still has a working floor passing chime, but it is significantly more battered up. Here we are at parking level 9. Let's go up to the tunnel. We are going to get off at G, and we're going to ride the train all the way down to the other station. Very weird how this one does not have a floor passing chime. Here we are at tunnel. If that one doesn't, if this one doesn't chime, the other one doesn't either. G. Here we go. Here we are at the ground level. Alright, we're done with these elevators. So now we're going to take the train and go on the parking elevators that are outside of the promenade area, which the promenades are out there. But you can also access the promenade from up there too, because there's a bank of 2 elevators that serve those floors. So yeah, stay tuned.
Approaching city center. Exit doors to the right.
Here it goes.
The doors are closing. Please stand clear.
Here we go. There's the Green Line train, which we just dumped off at the Central Park. There goes the crossing. That's it. Nah, I'm just kidding. We made it to the parking garage that I wanted to go check out. There's a weird intersection over there with a pizza place next door. Anyway, we're gonna go. These are, I believe, MEIs. 3. Looks like these were recently remodeled. Here we go. Back down to 1. Sounds like the elevator, the railroad crossing just deactivated again. Here we are at 1. this elevator and that elevator over there are on the separate controllers, so we're going to ride that one right now. Here we go. This one is elevator number 1. I'm pretty sure it's 2, though. Here we go. Go back down to ground. There are a couple of more parking elevators, but I think I'm going to save those for another video. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get off this elevator and go down to the tunnel elevators, which actually are tunnel elevators and not just the name right off the tongue. As you can see, look at all these fire key switches this one has. This one has a lot of key switches, so this one could run on independent service if you so desire. I don't have that access, but I do have the access to, you know, visit sections of the building that are technically off limits. So, there's that. Anyway, there goes that elevator, and I'm gonna go watch this blue line train, if that is what it is. Yeah, it is. No, it's not a green line. It's another green line. It's another green line. Shout out to Hunt, because this is his railroad crossing models that he lended to the ET team. They are pretty cool. I am friends with Hunt, so I'm going to give him the shout out that he needs or deserves. There's your dot tag over here. Fun fact, I actually did contribute a little teeny weeny bit to this game. I did mention it like several times. But this little dot tag thing here, I was able to get in contact with one of the developers for the crossing that they were working with, and I told them to slap this on the side of the box, and they just greatly have done so. And I even put all the details in. With a fancy little name called ETA, which is just called ET Transit Authority. But yeah. Thought I'd share that because I'm going to be spending a little bit of time filming all of these elevators, so I thought why not go for a scoop. It might be worth it in the future. Anyway, there comes another train, which is the blue line this time, not green. I'll end the tour after this train clears. Yeah, I just thought I'd share the dot tag idea because I actually tried to insist them to replace this decal-related one with one that was physical, but they said no. But that's alright. At least I made a contribution, so my name should technically be in the credits of this game, but unfortunately that does not seem to be the case. No train horn. There's the station, which is City Center and Central Park. But this is the Fairfield Avenue station. Well, those are the destination it makes after this one. City Center and Central Park. That way. And you can access those elevators by going through, you guessed it, the train to get to the elevators that go up. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe for a part 2. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!